Administration group chat about military action in Yemen that mistakenly allowed a journalist in. It'll be a big issue at a House Intel hearing into worldwide threats. The day after one in the Senate, where Democrat Mark Warner questioned Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard.
There was no classified material that was shared in that.
So then if there was no classified material, share it with the committee. You can't have it both ways. These are important jobs. This is our national security.
Gabbard and CIA Director John Ratcliffe will face more questions in the House about the chat they were on with National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who still has President Trump's support, while taking responsibility for inadvertently inviting Atlantic editor Jeffrey Goldberg into the chat. And Waltz tells Fox,
"You got somebody else's number on someone else's contact. So, of course, I didn't see this loser in the group. It looked like someone else. Now, whether he did it deliberately or it happened in some other technical mean is something we're trying to figure out."
Now, President Trump has signed an executive order likely to face legal challenges from some states.
Requiring proof of citizenship in federal elections. It requires government-issued proof of U.S. citizenship on voter registration forms. It also calls on states to work with federal agencies to share voter lists and to prosecute election crimes. Plus, it threatens to pull federal funding from states where election officials don't comply.
That's Fox's Brooke Singman. Another Trump executive order directs the FBI to release the files from what he's long called a witch hunt. The investigation that began in 2016 and led to a special counsel investigation into alleged Trump campaign collusion with Russia.
This was total weaponization. It's a disgrace. Should never happen in this country. But now you'll be able to see for yourselves, all declassified.
People have fled flames in North Carolina. Wildfires have prompted evacuations in Polk and Henderson counties and other blaze burns in South Carolina. But it is much worse in South Korea, where a wildfire disaster has killed 24 people. America's listening to Fox News.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
The chair of the National Transportation Safety Board, Jennifer Homendy, will testify at a House hearing starting next hour, with airline safety a big issue following the mid-air Washington, D.C. collision between a regional flight and an American and an Army helicopter. And also, they'll discuss other small plane crashes likely and some near collisions. 1 year ago today, our top story was a crash in Baltimore when a cargo ship ran into a bridge.
The disaster unfolded in the early hours of March 26 of last year and in seconds obliterated Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, which took 5 years to build. It devastated the families of several men working on the bridge and hit a major shipping hub.
C-13 dispatch, the whole bridge just fell down.
Calls like that on Broadcastify reaching emergency teams around 1:30 in the morning after the Dali container ship lost power and struck a critical column of the bridge. Police working construction detail nearby were able to block traffic on either side, but the warning didn't reach the construction crew on the bridge in time. 6 people lost their lives. 2 survived, a construction worker and a repair supervisor. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
The Senate has confirmed 2 doctors. One of them is going to lead the FDA.
Dr. Marty McCary is the new Food and Drug Administration commissioner, getting the thumbs up from the Senate on Tuesday night in a 56-44 vote. 3 Democrats joined Republicans to confirm McCary, who is a Johns Hopkins University surgeon and researcher. During his hearing, Democrats pressed him about the abortion medication mifepristone, as well as vaccines, which he largely expressed support for, saying, quote, "Vaccines save lives, and any child who dies of a vaccine-preventable illness is a tragedy in the modern era." Dr. Jay Bhattacharya was also confirmed to lead the National Institutes of Health with a vote of 53-47, getting no votes from Democrats. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Now on Wall Street this morning, stock futures, they have been moving up and down. They're now mixed. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news City of Champaign marking a major milestone. The city turned 165 this week. It was chartered on March 25th, 1860. 165 years later, the city's still growing, thriving community, and a great place to live and work. That according to the City of Champaign Municipal Government Facebook page. Nearly 2 years after getting an abortion at 22 weeks, a woman suing Dr. Keith Reisinger Kindle and the Equity Clinic in Champaign, saying part of the fetus left inside her, causing lasting emotional distress. The woman listed as Jane Doe says Dr. Kindle reported that the final check showed her uterus was empty and confirmed to be complete. Red Cross has helped nearly 30 people in central Illinois after 6 different fires damaged or destroyed their homes last week after fires broke out in Champaign, Paxton, Danville, Peoria, Kilbourne. The Red Cross providing emergency assistance. This included food, toiletries, and health and mental health services. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
And welcome to Wednesday, March 26th, day before opening day baseball tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's happening. Good morning, Mr. Greg Solier, meteorologist extraordinaire.
Good morning, Mr. J and Ms. Diane. Let's see where the Cubs play Arizona. I'm not sure if that's at Wrigley. No, that's out there in Arizona.
It's
right?
in Arizona. It's a late start.
Okay.
How about the Cards?
Cardinals open in St. Louis against the Minnesota Twins tomorrow afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati Reds, which taking an interest in, will open also tomorrow afternoon. In
Did he? By the way, did he make the ball club?
We
Major League
we don't know, Mr.
It's still on the edge of our seat.
No, it's amazing. Jacob Hurtubise had a great spring, and I don't know what to say except the game's tomorrow. Okay.
You know what? Let's just do an on-air meeting and say, Greg, you'll probably have the day off tomorrow because it's a little much for our friend Kyle to coordinate in case I, second stringer, head up to Busch Stadium.
No, I've named you first stringer, and you were reticent to take it. Because I could name you right now the woman going tomorrow, because I don't know. I just might wake up and drive to Cincinnati, because if he's on the opening day roster, I'm going to Jan and I are going to Cincinnati.
What should we just do this on a landline or on the cell or just scrub it tomorrow?
Don't know. What do you want to do?
Keep me posted. Let me know.
Okay.
Because we have to have that line
right.
You use.
We are using the same equipment.
I think probably as we do this meeting live, that has zero interest for everybody else.
I'll send you recordings. How's that?
You could just pass tomorrow because
that's right.
But if I'm there, you can do it and then I'll jump on out.
That's right.
So I guess we don't know.
Yeah. I'll send you something down. You know where to find it. You can do what you want with it.
I got a better idea. Let's do a secure chat thing that doesn't leak, and we'll share information. Oh, that'll leak.
Yes,
that's
you're
right.
That's right. The signal.
Pardon us, ladies and gentlemen, for borrowing the radio station to get business done.
Listen, this whole leak that was sweeping Washington, the Democrats are so happy. It's unbelievable because I don't know if there's been a mistake that Trump has made, folks. So they're going, here's just for the record, if Stevie J were president, we're meeting in a secure room. I'm not doing I'm not doing the phone.
They've got to have one or two of those in the White House.
I mean, they've got the whatever they call that room, but I would not do a thing because how many texts have we sent to the wrong people?
I know it.
It just happens.
It does.
And when you're talking about bombing Yemen, I don't think that's textable. I don't like it. I think you ought to meet. I think you ought to meet in a room.
National security.
Mistakes can happen like that. Yeah. All right. Hey, good morning. Hey, this happened. This is Illinois.
We got a lot done in the past minute and a half.
That's right. Illinois basketball history 24 years ago today. Illinois basketball history, extraordinarily disappointing. 24 years ago today. Good luck. Let me know. 217-359-2255. Some of you were 6 or 8 years old. But if you remember,
I wish.
It was, I remember it vividly. 24 years ago today, what happened that was crushingly disappointing?
Okay.
I will share that with you in just a couple of moments. Stand by. Weather with meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
And they remind you the Health and Wellness Center is now open. There's great opportunities to get a pool pass at a discount. And they're looking at the plan for King Park. That meeting tomorrow evening. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
So that would have put it at 2001, March 26, 2001. Bill Self was the coach. Something massively disappointing occurred. Meteorologist Greg Solier, you talk to me about your weather, my friend.
All right, weather not all that disappointing. Maybe on some days, yeah. Other days, no. And that's pretty much the range of springtime around here, per usual. And going forward here for the next 10 days to 2 weeks as we get ready, less than a week to roll into that month of April around here. And yeah, ups and downs on temperature and hopefully some significant moisture around, but not too much where we get into field work delays. But that may be something that you got to kind of keep an eye on down the line over your shoulder here with time. In the meantime, 37 over at Willett and Savoy right now, pretty much ranging through the 30s right now, and some mid-level cloud, and radar still has a couple of blips on it, south and southeast of Champaign County. And so if you're listening to us from that general direction, maybe a sprinkle and a snowflake. Otherwise, a partly cloudy sky evolving. Not bad on temperatures, seasonal at least, for a late March day at 55. Light west-northwesterly breeze, increasing cloudiness back into tonight, 38. And some rain back in the forecast, both tomorrow morning, more likely tomorrow afternoon, and a high around 60 degrees. Not so chilly tomorrow night in the upper 40s with rain early and maybe a thunderstorm late. That's on a northbound warm front as we turn partly sunny, breezy, much warmer after a morning shower chance on Friday. It's 77, 80 south of Champaign County, 73 with some showers and thunderstorms, couple of rounds on Saturday. Don't foresee this, by the way, seeing a widespread severe weather outbreak, not like we've seen of late, with a high of 73 on Saturday. We cool to 67 on Sunday. A couple of more showers. The rain moves out early Monday, only 48 there, then stair step back to the 50s and sunshine Tuesday. Next Wednesday, more rain into the 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Solier.
All right, off and running. Thank you, Greg. It's 7-Eleven in Champaign-Urbana, live in downtown Philo, the known center of the universe. I am Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
And I don't know if you're doing a mass text that talks about war plans or bombing plans, could you use a code like "Happy Birthday, Rick"?
Right.
When will the sun rise tomorrow? And just all coded.
That's right.
That's too complicated. I think you got to meet in a room. I just don't like a mass text.
I just saw a movie where the woman was listening in on conversations over in the Middle East.
Well, I mean,
her keyword was package. If they said a package should arrive, give, unfortunately, this kid a package to deliver to blah, blah, blah.
Well, package would mean bomb or something.
That
right?
does.
Well,
then we would strike. And then she started to feel so guilty because all these, especially the kids that they're running these weapons, and it was just horrible.
And the terrorists
guilty.
The terrorists use phones. They do all that. It's all encrypted and stuff. But again, here's the question I really want to know: how did a reporter that could have impact get in that loop? You're telling me that's just a random wrong number? How did that happen? They need to do a deep investigation on did somebody do that on purpose, going to an anti-Trump journalist that you knew was going to absolutely pound him. And the Democrats are gleeful because this is probably a mistake, of course. They said it was nothing that is, classified. But then they won't tell you what that was. Oh, see, it was good. Maybe we need to be in a secure room to talk between us. But as a point of classification on the term they use in Washington, they said it was not classified. Anyway, the bottom line is that thing's over. They made a mistake on that leak. But how did that happen? Did an intern type in the wrong numbers, and then it happened to be an Atlantic reporter that hates Trump? That's odd.
Right.
It's an odd coincidence.
It is.
So, I mean, but again, the bottom line is I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing that kind of stuff on a text, on some sort of a chat room. And maybe the government come up, but I just think anything can be hacked, folks. Anything. There are super smart people in their jammies in the mom's basement that are really smart.
Yeah.
And they can get into a lot of stuff.
The better fit is a secure room to actually have a conversation.
The situation room is what it's called.
Situation
You go
room.
into the situation room and nobody, no phones, no nothing, gets in or out, and that's why they call it the situation room. I think that's where they were sitting, that famous photo with Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, Osama bin Laden and all that. All right, nobody remembers 24 years ago, no text?
Oh, yeah, I was going to, I personally looked it up, but...
thank you for cheating on
here
me.
we go. Shane says, Arizona beats us in the tournament. It was horrible officiating.
Well, you decide if it was horrible officiating. They called 36 fouls on me.
Oh, wow.
We had 5 guys foul out of an Elite 8 game. We were going to the Final Four if we beat Arizona. And 5 guys fouled out. Arizona scored 43 of their 87. Half of their points came from the free throw line. What?
Wow.
The reason I'm not as upset is I was in Maui at the moment, watching in a bar for 5 minutes before our whale spotting ship left.
Oh, nice.
So we were going whale watching, so I got over it pretty quick. But man, that was brutal. That was Bill Self.
And here's another person, John, saying that I know this is not what you asked, but 20 years ago today, Illinois came back from 15 points down with 3:52 left in the game.
Was that today?
To beat Arizona in one of the biggest comebacks in college basketball history.
What do you say? Ha ha. I mean, that's what Donnie
right.
says.
Exactly.
Hey, so yeah, that was 20 years ago today? That was amazing. I went upstairs to cook grilled cheese to the kids. I couldn't watch, and we were down 15. And then I heard the kids yelling in the basement. I ran back down.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know same day. All right, that was a much better memory. 20 years. I mean, how can you do that? It's still on YouTube. 05 Arizona, Illinois. Go to YouTube. It'll come right up. And how we came back. That was exciting. All right, sports headlines.
Illinois got beat by Missouri yesterday 11-9 after a grand slam in the 6th inning. Our baseball team will be in action in East Lansing against Michigan State starting at 2:30 on Friday for that series. Northern Iowa over Illinois softball 7-6 in extra innings yesterday. ISU, we talked about them being in postseason action, ended up beating Incarnate Word 78-73. So they'll continue on against Cleveland State today.
Yeah, wow.
And didn't you say
Rob Judson? Yeah, he's assistant coach trying to help them win that before he retires. And Elise Knutson from Philo, her team is in the Sweet 16.
That's right.
They play tomorrow.
That's right.
So how about that?
Right.
The ISU women, ISU men still playing basketball.
One thing I need to look up, I heard that Coach Richard Pitino is going to coach for Xavier.
Took the Xavier job. What was he? He was New Mexico or something? I can't remember where he was. It's just shuffling as the coaching job turns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Sean Miller, who was coaching against us when he was coaching Xavier, took the dang, got a bigger job. Texas. He got Texas.
Okay.
Wow.
And Rick Pitino was at St. John's.
Remember, Sean Miller was caught by the feds talking about paying players, and he got put in, I guess, lower level like Xavier. They got back to Texas. They still have the same character issues, don't they? I don't know. Maybe not. Wow. Incredible how they cycle around.
And this story talks about Richard Pitino as the next head basketball coach, expected to take the job.
Okay.
But be in the same as Rick Pitino in the Big East.
Okay.
Right?
Coach against his dad. Okay. Good luck. His dad's
Sends New Mexico a parting message. Okay. So this is all obviously just hot off the press.
Well,
kind of thing.
And there's some rumor about Will Riley staying. I don't believe that. It's an internet rumor. I wouldn't think about that's 3 to 9 million minimum he'd be turning away.
But we haven't heard anything official since the transfer portal opened yesterday.
Hints that Trey White's staying, hints that Kylan Boswell, that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
Weather brought to you this morning by Carl.
Carl reminds you they're always looking to increase their team. If you'd like an opportunity to serve others in healthcare, you can learn more at carl.org/careers.
Check your weather forecast and your Fox Business Minute, all coming up next.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Pretty decent day's worth of late March weather across the region with a partly cloudy sky. Highs here in East Central Illinois at about 55 with maybe a sprinkle and snowflake early on this morning, shifting south and east of the area. West-northwesterly breeze. Clouds will roll back in tonight down to 38. Next weather system developing warm front today tomorrow. Has some rain in the morning and again in the afternoon. More likely there, the high near 60 on light southeast to south winds. Rain early tomorrow night. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm after midnight, and a milder low tomorrow night down into the upper 40s, and a breezy, much warmer Friday, partly sunny, maybe a shower chance in the morning, the high about 77. Showers and a couple of thunderstorms Saturday, as well as early Sunday. 73 on Saturday, 67 and dropping on Sunday, then colder weather early next week, briefly Monday, touch of rain early up to 48, sunshine back in Tuesday at 53, into the 60s, and more rain back in the forecast mid next week as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. UC Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868, Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Dollar Tree is confirming its Family Dollar business will be sold to investment firms Brigade and McKellum. The Family Dollar business will remain headquartered in Chesapeake, Virginia, which is also where Dollar Tree has its headquarters. Dollar Tree's earnings and revenue for the recent quarter both top forecasts. Dollar Tree shares up 5.5%. Boeing shares down more than 0.5% after a federal judge ordered a trial to proceed in June in a criminal case involving the two fatal 737 MAX crashes. Advanced Auto Parts is making changes. It will be closing 500 more stores, but opening new locations, also closing 4 Advanced Auto Parts distribution centers and 200 independent locations. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
It's the Will Kane Show.
Russian, Ukrainian, European, but most importantly, he says, American stockpiles, resources, and security on bad footing. Given that, we recognize reality and we pursue peace. This is a fascinating restructure of the global political landscape that many are having trouble keeping up with, as I think J.D. Vance and Donald Trump remake America.
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcast.
All right, Wednesday morning, I am Stevie J. This is Nicole Ambrose, our friend in Baltimore, Maryland. Nicole, how are you?
Stevie J, I'm good. I'm excited. I'm going to the White House this afternoon.
Tell me why.
Oh, well, it's Women's History Month, and we're celebrating that with President Trump this afternoon. Because, he loves women, puts all these women in management positions.
That is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to see you on the TV somewhere today.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how many of us fit in the
No, you'll be on a podium. He'll be in front of you. You'll all be, that's awesome. That's so cool. You get to go.
I'll be holding the American flag. They don't need a flagpole. It will just be me standing there waving.
That's so cool. How fun is that? And the security, I'm sure, is so ridiculous to get in, but you got to go through all that stuff. So, okay, Nicole, the Democrats, the Democrats are actually gleeful because they actually have something to say. Hey, what happened with the leak? You ruined the whole country. I don't know what to say. So.
Yeah, well, notice how none of them are denying that the Biden-Harris administration also used Signal.
Yeah, I know.
Notice how they're not answering that question when they keep being asked that.
No, Signal is allowed to use Signal. I just wouldn't do it. I'd be in the room. I can't do a thing like that when I'm talking about Yemen and bombs and stuff. I would meet in the Situation Room. I know it's not convenient, but they all live around there. I don't like that because I think mistakes can be made, can't they?
I totally hear you. And I think, yes, there are these things called skiffs. Ideally, you want all those details debated and handled in a skiff. However, you had Vice President Vance on the road to Michigan. You had people all over the nation. I'm glad that they had that robust discussion. But I have to tell you, I'm not believing that war plans were shared over Signal because, first of all, it doesn't make sense that you would. And secondly, Greenberg would share it if he had it. He
would absolutely share it if he had it. You would. You just show, hey, here it is on the text. You take pictures of it immediately, of course. So this guy's been an exaggerator his whole career, and he hates Trump.
Yeah.
So you don't own a Tesla, do you, Nicole?
No, and thus it has not been set on fire yet.
What is that? If you key my car on a Tesla, it's a felony. It'll be well over $1,000, and we're going to prosecute people that are. The last guy I saw on X was a guy in his jammy pants. What mentally? What are you doing? Jammy pants.
Well, and the question is, are they being paid? Right? Do you have some leftist organization, some NGO, that got their few $100 million in the Friends and Family Plan of Contracts from USAID or Lord knows where? Are these people being paid? I was just, my gosh, actually talking with a pastor out of Illinois where federal monies were being used for the big grift. They were supposed to help the black community in Chicago. Instead, they were repurposed to help illegal aliens, and they were doing identity thefts of our young, poor, struggling black folks in Chicago to assign it to these illegal aliens and use government money and turn our own citizens away. So the grift is huge. So the question is, are these people being paid to go out there and set things on fire? Because guess what? The left is a jobs program, and they love being paid for violence.
Unbelievable. Okay, so Caroline Levitt shared yesterday that, there's some fraud going on, and like they'd give $1 million to an NGO and 500,000 was distributed. Where's the other 500,000, Nicolai? If they find that, that's why people are screaming in the streets, you can't do that. Because I think some of them might have been taking some money.
Yes. And you have to wonder why the Democrats are this upset, right? It's a whole different level of anger. And, you could say some of it's because they've never had a party, approval rating in around 26% before, like historic lows. They're incredibly unpopular.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, someone who used to work in the federal government, in one of the agencies more known for grift, I called it the Friends and Family Plan. The only people who got the government jobs were the friends of the people who were family of those who worked in HR. It's also true for contracting.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. I would say over 95% of contracts were decided before they were put out, and they knew exactly who it was going to, and you had to be part of the Friends and Family Plan to get those government contracts.
Man, oh, man. All right, Texter 217 says, what will happen if you have a Tesla Cybertruck with a Trump bumper? Would it burn twice? That's pretty good. Yeah, probably.
I have a friend who has driven. He is here in Maryland. He actually did advance for Vice President Vance. He drove his Tesla all over the country with Trump signs all over it, his Cybertruck. He got one of the first ones, and thank God it's still in existence. It has not been burned yet. We love our Republican Cybertruck out there.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's quite a vehicle. Have you ever driven a Tesla? They're amazing. They really are.
They did. Like, this person has a collection of Teslas. They're like Elon's biggest fans. So, yeah, I got to do the little celebration wing dance thing and the little SUV where the doors go up and down.
You never have to touch the brakes. It just does it right. I tell you what, if somebody wants to pick me up in a Tesla that has no driver, I'm going to trust it. I'll go ahead I wouldn't mind not driving. I'm okay not driving. I can be driven to work doing work. Come on, man.
I hear you.
Anyway, I think of Lee Ambrose. She'll be at the White House, probably the featured guest by the end of the day. That's how that works. By the way, you are in Baltimore, right? You're in Baltimore.
I am.
You understand the odds of having a friend in Baltimore for you? You want me to give you the numbers on this? It's 28%. 28% of Baltimore's like you.
Okay.
May I play the tape I have from your last roll call, if I could?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Okay, sure. Let's hear what you have. It's exciting and in store for me. Yes. Nice.
That's it. Nicolai, the only one in the room. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's in Baltimore, Maryland, man. So how did you get there again, and why are you still there again?
Yeah, I grew up in Illinois, and I came out to go to Johns Hopkins and Peabody, and it's really beautiful and wonderful. The only problem is the politics, right? The state would be, like, amazingly successful, but politics keeps running to the ground.
I should be talking. Yeah. I am in a blue county, in Cook County, blue state, and most of the state's red.
Right.
Except for about 5 counties.
Yeah, a couple of islands.
And it's just, I'm at the University of Illinois. I love it. But, our politics blue here. So I should be talking to poor Nicolai Ambrose in Baltimore, Maryland. So
I got to say, when I left Illinois, it was red. And then it rapidly went blue.
See, come on back. Where did you live in Illinois?
I lived in Cook County.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, suburb of Chicago.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, though, there's some people... the normal constituents are wearing red shirts to the council meetings in Chicago. I think there are people in California that swear they're going to get a Republican governor. They're fed up with how bad it's been run. So we shall see. And Governor Newsom's looking for work. He's moderating as we speak, so he'll be running for president. And J.B. Pritzker, our guy, really wants...
Let's hope he doesn't take advice from J.B. Pritzker.
Well, J.B. Pritzker said, who did he say had to be punched? You're not supposed to say words like that.
I know.
Because the half-cocked mentally ill will actually try and do that to somebody. It's terrible.
Especially that guy at a playing field. Yes, exactly. This is the problem. How does the left not know? They have to know that if you say these things, if you call people on the right Nazis for long enough, that eventually you'll have unhinged people that go out and try to kill people.
No, I know.
Jasmine Crockett, J.B. Pritzker, you name it. These people have got to get some self-control.
Yep.
Have a little more
respect for their fellow citizens.
All right, I'm
Come
going
on
to
now.
look on the TV, see if I see, and you'll be the blonde-haired woman in the back there, right? I mean, that's what I'm looking
There
for.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nicolay,
Yeah.
how do people reach you?
I am at NicoleeAmbrose.com, Nicole with an extra E. On X at Nicolay Ambrose, Facebook at Nicolay USA.
Well, former National YR Chair and the GOP National Committee woman from Maryland, Nicolay Ambrose, the only Republican in Baltimore. Thank you so much for being
Have
on.
fun at the White House.
Always fun. Yeah, have a good trip. Have a good trip. It's ESPN 93.5 with Nicolay Ambrose. Brother Johnny next. Don't know about Ed. We'll check it out. Stand by. It's Wednesday at 7:30.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump wants to change the way we vote.
We think we'll be able to end up getting fair elections.
This executive order requires, among other things, proof of U.S. citizenship to cast a vote in federal elections. There will likely be legal challenges by states. And there's another executive order from President Trump.
President Trump is directing the FBI to immediately declassify and release all files related to the Russia probe, which he insists was a politically motivated witch hunt. The Bureau launched Crossfire Hurricane in July 2016 over allegations that the Trump campaign was colluding with Russian officials to influence the 2016 election.
Special counsel Robert Mueller investigated for 2 years, finding zero evidence of Trump-Russia collusion. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. New bill signed into law Friday last week enhances the quality of public drinking water in Illinois. Law requires the Illinois EPA to conduct statewide samplings of certain community water supplies to assess the levels of dangerous chemicals. Sponsors and advocates said Illinois should test and create action plans to address these harmful contaminants in drinking water. 11 early voting locations open across Champaign County Monday with the general election approaching April 1. Many communities in central Illinois will transition to new leadership. One of those places is in Mahomet, where voters will be asked who they want leading their village. Jason Tompkins is the only presidential candidate. In the fall, Sean Widener announcing he wouldn't seek re-election. Red Cross has helped nearly 30 people in central Illinois after 6 different fires damaged or destroyed their homes last week. After fires broke out in Champaign, Paxton, and Kilbourne, Red Cross providing emergency assistance that includes food, toiletries, health, and mental services. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Get beautiful, safety, and energy efficient front door for your place. Lots of styles and colors to choose from. You can learn more as you visit kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Quiet day's worth of weather ahead. Departing weather system may still generate a sprinkle and snowflake to our east and south this morning early on. Otherwise, a partly cloudy sky. 55 on a high west-northwesterly breeze on the light side. For tonight, increasing cloudiness down to 38. Winds will turn southwest. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy. A bit of rain in the morning, and again for the afternoon, the highs near 60 as winds turn south to southeast. Tomorrow night, not so cool, down to 48 with some rain early and a couple of showers and thunderstorms late in the day. On Friday, breezy, turning much warmer, partly sunny. Small chance for a shower early in the day, the high up to about 77. More widespread showers, a couple of thunderstorms here for Friday night into Saturday. Highs near 73 on Saturday, turning cooler on Sunday, 67 and dropping with morning showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Monday next week, cooler still at 48, a touch of rain early on, then clearing. We're back in the 50s on Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday with showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Well, exciting last few days for Brother Johnny. He built the largest lift machine in the world called the VB-10,000.
Okay.
And he was honored at the christening as the new owner took over.
Okay.
It was an amazing scene.
I remember with my dad, I remember the first time I saw this vessel and thinking to myself, what an amazing piece of equipment, what an amazing engineering feat. And I'd never imagined at that time that I'd be standing here doing this and being a part of this vessel. This vessel is a statement that American innovation is thriving, a statement that the future of offshore construction, energy, and heavy lifting is being built right here by the best in the business. To the crew beside me, the engineers, the visionaries, and the industry leaders, this is our moment. The TX-10,000 is ready to set sail, and with it, we're not just lifting structures, we're lifting an entire industry.
Seeing in the course of our duty, we are set in the midst of many and great dangers, and that we cannot be faithful to the high trust placed in us without the help of Almighty God. Let us pray for his blessing upon this vessel and all who will serve aboard her.
Amazing video that Brother Johnny was a big part of over the weekend. I always call him the Thomas Edison of oil and gas. He always poo-poos me. Once again, I'm vindicated with the truth. Johnny!
Well, no, it was great. It was christening, kind of. They refurbished the machine. It was built in 2010, and it's basically a football field cubed, 300 by 300 by 300.
Wow.
Although the height's probably more like 260. And it still looks bigger than it did on the drawing, Steve. Whew, man, that thing.
Johnny, it's just giant. Here it is, Diane.
Man.
Show it on the TV if you
It's
can.
so pretty. It's kind of like a bridge. I mean, you must have had those little, was it a Rector set or something when you were growing up, the Tinker Toys and all of that.
Yeah,
That must have
we
been
had
your
all of
favorite.
that,
Yeah, it's a remarkable accomplishment, and yeah, Johnny was absolutely a rock star. Felt like Ditka because everybody wanted to have a picture with you, and that's appropriate. And as it was,
it's U.S. flag too, because a lot of the big lifters are from Europe.
why were you so adamant to have a U.S. flag, Johnny?
Well, I just felt a little patriotic until I realized how much the Coast Guard was going to make me pay to have that.
Yeah, right,
but anyway,
okay, that's right.
And I might have reconsidered, but once they had me, they had me. But no, we kept the U.S. flag. I wanted it to be an American ship, and it's actually paid off because you get the Jones Act is a regulation that says, hey, if a U.S. flag vessel can do the work in the U.S. waters, then you have to give them the job. So that worked out pretty well when we did the Golden Ray car carrier there off of St. Simon's Island, Georgia. And that was a huge job, and several others. So, yeah, it was fun. I saw people I hadn't seen for a while, Steve. And,
yeah. Well, it's an unbelievable accomplishment. I'm so glad it's back. They renamed it TX?
TX-10,000.
Wow.
Which is in Texas, which is actually where it's always been. And then, but the owners are Teichmann and the company that Matt Fish has, Xenos, Xenos.
And Matt Fish was the guy that operated it from 2010 on, isn't he?
Yes, it is, Matt Fish.
Okay, Matt
Yes,
Fish.
sir.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations. That's a huge deal. It really,
way to
really
go,
is.
Johnny.
Way to go, Johnny. All right.
Thank you,
No
guys.
No Ed.
Oh,
so
no.
we don't know.
He's busy, man.
Now he's swamped. Of course, we have glee from our Democratic friends for the leak from the text version via the. Yeah, how did an anti-Trump journalist get hold of that? I have no idea, but they're finding it was dead. How did it happen? And you know what? That's all they got. So I guess we talk about.
What strikes me, Steve, is the horror that this information got into the hands of a Democratic supporter. Are you crazy? He'll kill us all.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, the guy managed it pretty well. He's anti-Trump, la-da-da. But he didn't go run to the Houthis and say, he didn't. He said, oh, I don't think I should be looking at this. And I thought, you got to give the American credit for not, I mean, some of the people complaining, I think, would have immediately tried to warn the enemy.
Right.
But,
but
he didn't. And it wasn't classified, and everything went well. It reminds me of the court case when Trump took a loan and one of the collateral assets he offered was Mar-a-Lago. And they said, well, that place is only worth $18 million. I think the driveway's worth $18 million.
Yeah, right.
And they took him to court. It's the same kind of thing. It's like in the Bible when Jesus says to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, why do you complain about a speck in his eye when you have a log in yours?
Right. That's a good one. That's right. Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, I wanted to play this for you. It's a little long, but it's critical to what you've been talking about for a number of years. Donald Trump, with his cabinet, with a lawyer standing right there.
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order for your attention on the very important subject of election integrity. We believe that this executive order is the farthest reaching executive action taken in the history of the Republic to secure our elections. Among numerous other aspects of this executive order, this is going to cut down on illegal immigrants on the voter rolls, ensure that the Department of Homeland Security and the data that they have available is being fully weaponized to ensure that illegal immigrants aren't voting. This will include a citizenship question on the federal voting form for the first time. This executive order instructs the EAC to cut federal funding to states that don't take reasonable steps to secure their election. This calls on the Department of Justice to vigorously prosecute election crimes, particularly in states that we don't believe are in compliance with federal law around election integrity. I could go on and on for a while, sir, but the compliance with National Election Day rules, cracking down and investigating and prosecuting foreign interference in our elections, revoking President Biden's Executive Order 14019, which essentially weaponized government to corrupt and pollute our election process. There's a lot in here, but we believe that these are very important steps that we need to be taking as an administration at your direction to ensure that our elections are as secure as they possibly can be.
Okay, you all understand that? Yes. Election fraud, you've heard the term. We'll end it, hopefully. At least we'll go a long way toward ending it. There are other steps that we will be taking in the coming weeks, and we think we'll be able to end up getting fair elections. Perhaps some people think I shouldn't be complaining because we won in a landslide, but we got to straighten out our election. This country is so sick because of the election, the fake elections and the bad elections, and we're going to straighten it out one way or the other. And it's an honor to sign this one. To sign all of them, but to sign this one is a great honor.
In his room with all his cabinet members, Donald Trump. Johnny, your reaction?
Well, I think that's great. I don't even really think he can do that. But and I am sure that the states aren't going to change much. But once you hold the federal funding over a state, they'll try more. But that's what needs to be done. It's really the number one issue because all the other issues are subject to who's in charge, as we have seen. We've had the clearest demonstration of the difference it can be just with Biden to Trump. And it's important, and it'd be nice to know that, okay, the majority of us elected, but when you have truckloads of votes in boxes, how do you know where those votes came from? That's the question. And listen, it could work both ways. When it's that easy, it's not just the Democrats who cheat. It's whoever wants to get elected, an independent, a Republican. When you can just manufacture votes at home and put them in an unmonitored drop box, which you can, then it's Katie bar the door. You have to get a better handle on it. And it's evolved through the year. It used to be mostly Democratic areas, mainly the big cities. And they'd wait till the end of the night, and then they'd realize how many votes they could get, and that's how many they'd certify. And so, and maybe they cheated, and maybe they didn't, but we didn't know, but it was a lot harder. Now, Steve, with the mail-in ballots, and the ability to assign people online into the registration voter database and to print a ballot remotely. I mean, it's impossible to determine whether those votes are all real. And so the consequences are huge, and he's covered that in that executive order. The states, per the Constitution, decide how they vote, and whatever influence that the federal government can have on how the states do it. I don't see Champaign County changing much in the next few years, Steve, but let's see what happens.
Yeah. And if the state runs it, then what power does the federal government have?
They really don't have any, other than if you're relying on $71 billion to keep things going, and they say, well, we're not paying it, which they've been doing to colleges and whatnot, then that could have okay, what do you want us to look at here? And then you negotiate something that says, okay, well, that's better than what you've been doing, if they think there's a problem. So, but some of the things they've this voter harvesting, you and I could make $50,000 and go get votes. Ostensibly, you go to people who can't get out and say, hey, would you like to vote? Vote for anyone you want. We just want to encourage you to vote. That's the idea. In reality, they get the money when they just deliver the votes. Where'd they come from? Who wrote them? Are you sure you didn't coerce? Did you pay anything to the guy to vote? You have no idea. What are they doing? And that, you see some of the margins of these elections, a few thousand votes.
Yeah.
Sometimes a few hundred votes.
Just disgusting. How much was that again? 50,000? Did you say? What did you say? 50,000?
You could get $50,000 working to deliver votes for votes, not for quote for the Democrats.
Yeah.
When Zuckerberg put out the $400 million, it was to nonpartisan nonprofits. 92% of them were very far left of Democrat supporters. Yeah. It was supposed to be, no, we just want all the voters to get out.
Right.
And so, but there's no control. It doesn't matter. Whatever the intent is, there's no way to control that. And if you think, after we've seen Tanya Harding, Sammy Sosa, the Houston Astros, Lance Armstrong, if you think nobody's going to cheat, you're living on another planet.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's, we'll see.
Lance Armstrong, Steve, our hero.
Lance Armstrong. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, listen, it's to gain power, to gain money, control. Caroline Leavitt, the White House spokesperson, said if you're part of some of this fraud, Pam Bondi's going to prosecute. Do you think there are people in our government, in the NGOs, non-government agencies, organizations, do you think they're nervous?
Well, I would not have any idea. I don't think a lot of those folks don't get that nervous, because why would you do something like that to start with? But Steve, the other part of it is, what are you going to prosecute if you're allowed to do the things that I just ran through? It's not illegal. Then, well, I didn't know he was doing that. Well, I didn't know. Well, I thought he voted for who he wanted to. I might have made a suggestion. It's very difficult to really pin it as an organized. You just open the floodgates and you encourage the areas where you know you're going to get more of a vote on your side than the other side. It's kind of like drilling holes in the side of your house. You don't actually bait the rats, but the rats and the raccoons are going to come in because you got holes in the house. Mm-hmm. That's all. You just make it easy to do. And I really think that it'll go both ways, and you're going to have, it's just going to be a complete crapshoot, and everybody will be cheating. And we need to agree on how to do this, where we can basically be sure that every vote was from somebody who wanted to vote that way. That's really the best we can do.
But Johnny, this hasn't been this kind of shenanigan has been going on for a very long time, right?
Not with the mail-in ballot. You just couldn't do it to the extent it can be done now.
Okay,
by millions of votes. Remember when Biden got 81 million votes, something like 15 million more than anyone in history, and Trump's was 10 million more. I mean, where did those votes come from? This was when we were shivering in our basements in terror and wouldn't leave the house, remember?
Yeah, COVID stuff.
Oh, no, now everybody's out. Oh, well, we're going to go vote. And and so yeah, it's never been like this. The mail-ins. Jimmy Carter said we can't have mail-in ballots. That's the one thing we cannot be sure of. You have to minimize. He was talking about absentee ballots, and we're talking about Oregon, California, Colorado. They print the entire voter registration roll. They print out. California prints out 21 ballots. And they'll have 14 or 15 million count. What if they need another million? Well, they kind of show up. Where are those votes? Where are they? What are they doing? And then they have a list of who hasn't voted in the last 10 years, 12 years. They're still there. And they may not be alive or is still in the state.
Yeah.
It's too sloppy. It's just too sloppy. And I, did Congresswoman Crockett really get elected, Steve? Did people really vote for her?
No. Hey, by the way, Congresswoman Crockett, did you hear what she said about the governor of Texas?
Yeah, did people really vote for her? That's my point.
Well,
you could get anybody in with the methods of voting we have.
She referred to the governor of.
I know Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
he's in a wheelchair. And she said, no, I was talking about the buses that he was sending to Chicago and all these other places. Oh, come on. Anyway, it's terrible.
No, she's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah. Well, hey, let her be the face of the Democrats if they want that.
Well,
whatever.
Well, now she is.
Yeah.
And I think they're in trouble in terms of who's going to lead their party and what are they going to lead them to. Because I don't think they're very popular. I think the latest approval rating or popularity rating of the Democrats was 28%.
Yeah. And here, quickly, before we let you go, CNN. I can't believe they let this guy on.
I think sometimes it's important to do a little bit of reality check and take a little different spin at the numbers. I'm going to do that right here because all we talk about is how unpopular Donald Trump is. But in reality, he's basically more popular than he was at any point in term number one and more popular than he was when he won election back in November of 2024. What are we talking about? His net favorable rating right now comes in at -4 points. Compare that to where he was when he won in November of 2024 when he was at -7 points, or March of 2017 when he was at -10 points. So when you compare Trump against himself, he's actually closer to the apex than he is to the bottom of the trough. And of course, that's so important because Donald Trump, historically speaking, has had his numbers underestimated. So I think it's very important to compare him to himself to understand he's actually more popular now than he was when he won, or certainly where he was at this point back in his first term. The bottom line is Trump is more towards the ceiling than he is towards the floor.
So when you do that, it makes my knees hurt. So when you look at this compared to sort of historically, what does it tell you about the percentage of folks that think the country itself, with him at the helm, is on the right track?
This, I think, is rather important because, again, if the polls have historically underestimated Donald Trump, what is a metric that might get at understanding at how popular he may actually be? So let's take a look at the percentage of the country who say that we're on the right track. It's actually a very high percentage when you compare it to some historical numbers. What are we talking about? According to Marist, 45% say that we're on the right track. That's the second highest that Marist has measured since 2009.
That's the second highest in 15 to 20 years, Johnny.
Yeah, no, that's right. And I think that what's interesting to me is that the Democrats, and give Trump credit for what he's doing, but the Democrats have basically fallen away since the election, okay? And it's because of the way they've reacted to this. And Trump's popularity is going to go up because we're kind of in a, it's kind of a two-team game, Steve. So if you're not on one, you're kind of on the other one. And so some of that's coming from the Democrats just basically hurling people out of the party. And the people with and we talk about common sense, they don't have uncommon sense. They don't have any sense. And the people in the Democratic Party who do have to either do something about it or we're not going to have much of a two-party system. It could devolve into a multi-party system. But the Democrats, the approach they're taking, I don't believe is going to work, Steve. So.
Johnny, really appreciate it. Thank you for being on. Are you in Bible study, ducked out?
Yes, we ducked out of Bible study. And
thank you for being on again. Always a pleasure. And one of these days we'll catch up with the U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. again, Ed Martin. So.
Well, I didn't get to see, with that christening, I didn't get to see our Finding Illini. I guess we ended a pretty good season, Steve.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we wanted to go further, and so did the boys. And Coach can't make any excuses, but that middle of the season when we really had the problems with personnel being able to play was really broke up our rhythm.
Yep.
But I will say, Steve, I got to tell you, I got the idea. I think it's more of a rule change, but the 3-point line could be kind of a neon glow, and Coach Underwood would have a remote. He could just shut off the 3-point line, shut it off. Which means you can't shoot it right now.
Not
it
there.
won't count.
Yeah. You don't even see where the line is. Yeah.
Don't let it distract you. Go play ball,
Yeah.
boys.
Johnny, congratulations on the VB 10,000 and the celebration. Congratulations on all the honors. It's awesome.
Well, thank you very much, Stevie J, and it's great talking to you and Diane. I should be up there soon, hopefully.
All right.
I'll
Well,
see
we'll
you
look
soon.
for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brother Johnny down in New Orleans. Mike Roy in the Round Barn Center. Good vibes.
That's right.
Your boy is at a show looking at all the cool trinkets and electronics, Mike. How about that?
You betcha. Good morning, Stevie and Diane. How are we today?
We're great. How's Good Vibes? That's where you get your wonderful big screen televisions, home theaters, sound systems. Your store is gorgeous next to the driver's license facility, and everybody likes that 98-inch wall-mounted television, my friend.
You are not kidding there, Stevie. I mean, I can't tell you how good basketball looks on a 98-inch TV, which just dropped to $44.99.
Oh, it was $5,000 a minute ago. Wow.
Yep, it dropped again, and you know we're bringing back. I'm a retro guy. I like the older stuff. You know, playing 70s and 80s and 90s music.
Yeah.
But I convinced Steve to bring back a sale that we haven't done in a number of years called Gonzo. And Gonzo means one thing: crazy prices on crazy products all around the store, from closeout and one-of-a-kind and demo product that we want to get rid of, to deals like a Sony 55-inch mini LED that has dropped $600 to $11.99.
Wow.
You know, for 1 week only.
Okay.
Clips and Paradigm speakers, we're going off script. They don't know it, so don't tell them, but we're taking 20% off of all of them. Subs, speakers, center channels, you name it. So we've got a plethora of good product to get rid of, and I'll tell you, since Steve is gone, I'm going to sneak one in here. I don't normally do this, but I'm sitting back in the Gonzo War Room in the back here, and I was thinking of something cool that we could do, you know, and there's still basketball to watch and such as that. So come down here and check out some really cool products, and if you bring cash or check in for it, I'll even give you another 5% off.
Oh, man.
Don't tell Steve
don't
about
tell Steve
this.
he's out of town. Steve Suderman won't care. Mike Roy is making the deals.
Gonzo.
Yeah, okay, so if you
Going
want
Gonzo.
this is going through what, Sunday?
This is going through close of business Saturday. We close 4 o'clock on Saturday, so we're going to run it until then.
So
But,
you're telling me 5% off if I bring cash on top of whatever.
bring cash or check, I'll give you another 5% off.
Well,
Yes, sir.
5% of 4,400 is like 220 more bucks,
That's
man.
great, Mike.
What the-
Bring it in. I'll be glad to do it.
All right, Mike Roy, good vibes. I'm going to play the commercial that we just put on here for you so the people get the details again. But thank you. Where are you located again?
We're at 2010 Round Barn Road here in Champaign at 351-0909, and on the web you can check it all out at www.gvibes.com.
Thank you, partner. Good talking to you, Mike
Have a good
Roy.
day.
Appreciate it. All right, here's what he's talking about. This is Gonzo, man. This is big. You got till Saturday, close of business.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes, and we're going Gonzo. Back in the day, we had sales that drew big crowds to get the special deals on offer. The internet has changed that model, but this month we have the perfect storm conditions to bring back a classic, Gonzo. Like it or not, tariffs will increase the cost of electronics in April or May. New models are coming, so price hikes will be folded into the new introductions, some as high as 60%. Most TVs for America are assembled in Mexico. 2 of our electronics vendors are in Canada. We can't know for sure what will happen, but right now, we've loaded up the warehouse with pre-tariff models, and right now, through March 29th, we're tearing up the price rules and going to rock-bottom prices on current models. Polk soundbars, Klipsch monitors, Sonos wireless, Paradigm subs, Denon receivers, LG OLEDs, and lots more are on sale for 4 days only at Good Vibes Gonzo Sale, so score a great pre-tariff deal while you can.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
He's still trying to figure out how it happened. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz is at the heart of the Signal chat controversy and tells Fox,
I take full responsibility. I built the group. My job is to make sure everything's coordinated.
Waltz says he doesn't yet know how he inadvertently invited a journalist into the group chat discussing military action against Houthi militants in Yemen. Democrats are demanding a full investigation. Here's Senator Tim Kaine.
It's completely unacceptable. It's amateurish beyond belief.
And House Democrats will question the directors of national intelligence and the CIA at a hearing next hour. Atlantic has just released more of the texts that editor Jeffrey Goldberg saw in that chat. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has said that no war plans were discussed, but Fox's Peter Ducey reads the new messages just unveiled. He has them at the White House.
He texted the group at one point. At 2:10, more F-18s launch, second strike package. Then at 2:15, strike drones on target, all caps. This is when the first bombs will definitely drop. Pending earlier trigger-based targets. It goes on to explain F-18 strikes, and then he says more to follow.
Though the specific targets in Yemen were not disclosed. The president has signed an executive order that some states might challenge in court, requiring them to get proof of citizenship for voters in federal elections and demanding only ballots received by Election Day be counted.
To sign this one is a great honor.
The president, who claims the 2020 election he lost was rigged, also threatens to pull federal funding from states that don't comply.
And we think we'll be able to end up getting fair elections.
The federal judge who blocked some of President Trump's firings, trying to shrink the government, will hold a hearing today
to decide if a temporary restraining order stays in place to prevent the firing of probationary workers. The order also stops any new terminations. With the injunction in effect, about 25,000 workers are being sought and asked to return to their jobs.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce!
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
As another Trump legal battle plays out on deportation flights that a federal judge tried to block, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem will go to El Salvador today and visit the jail now housing the alleged Venezuelan gang members that were deported. There is anger in Gaza, loud protests, but not against Israel in its latest airstrikes after the war resumed. They're upset at Hamas.
Hundreds of Palestinians demonstrating in a ruined town in northern Gaza. They're chanting, Hamas is terrorist. Children hold signs in Arabic and English, stop war and Hamas out. It's a rare show of dissent against the organisation which still rules Gaza despite 17 months of war. One man said they can't stop Israel from killing them, but they can force Hamas to make concessions. According to the Hamas-run health ministry, more than 50,000 Gazans, combatant and civilian, have died since the war began. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Now an update on all the anti-Israel protests at Columbia University. A federal judge has ruled that the Trump administration cannot take into custody a student it's trying to deport for her involvement. Yun Sui Chung is a legal U.S. resident originally from South Korea who claims the government used news footage to identify her as a pro-Palestinian protester at Barnard College. Attorney Ramzi Kassem said Chung speaking your mind is not a crime.
It shouldn't matter that the people in the White House don't believe in the human rights of Palestinians, and Ms. Chung does. That should not be a reason for her to end up in ICE detention or deported.
Now, the Trump administration is also trying to deport Mahmoud Khalil, who is a legal U.S. resident as well. They accuse him of being a Hamas sympathizer with his role in anti-Israel protests. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Red Cross has helped nearly 30 people in central Illinois after 6 different fires damaged or destroyed their homes last week after fires broke out in Champaign, Paxton, Danville, Peoria, Kilburn. The Red Cross providing emergency assistance. This included food, toiletries, and health and mental health services. City of Champaign marking a major milestone. The city turned 165 this week. It was chartered on March 25th, 1860. 165 years later, the city still growing, thriving community, and a great place to live and work. That according to the City of Champaign Municipal Government Facebook page. Nearly 2 years after getting an abortion at 22 weeks, a woman suing Dr. Keith Reisinger Kindle and the Equity Clinic in Champaign, saying part of the fetus left inside her, causing lasting emotional distress. The woman listed as Jane Doe says Dr. Kindle reported that the final check showed her uterus was empty and confirmed to be complete. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Well, okay. It is the second hour of the program. I am Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
This is meteorologist Greg Solier, who knows weather like nobody's business, man.
Yep.
Studies every day, just reads books about it because he loves it, and then he goes out and rides 900 miles on his bicycle. So he's got it going on, man.
I haven't had many days to be able to do that, though.
I know.
So I'm a little behind schedule.
Wind's
not
a
quite
factor.
through my spring training program because of weather.
Wind is a factor in your game, man.
Yeah, if you're used to, if you get you're in biking leg shape and all that, then the wind, okay, you just fight through it. But yeah, it's kind of tougher in the early season.
Tough. Okay, sir, let's check your weather. ESPN 93.5 Watts Copy Systems can save you some money, maybe. You want to get a cost-efficient solution for your busy office. You want a free evaluation, you can call them today at 217-352-0428. That's 352-0428. Our meteorologist, Greg Solier, what do you got?
Well, got temps in the 30s this morning, from 32 at Ogden, St. Joe, 35 at Danville, 40 though at Bloomington Normal, to 38 at Willett and Savoy, with just the slightest of a westerly wind and some cloudiness on the overnight hours continuing to shift to the east and south. Ought to have a fair amount of sunshine today. A couple snowflakes north of Chicago. Still not done with dealing with some of that stuff over parts of the Corn Belt and the Midwest here for the foreseeable future. And the roller coaster ride of temperatures and weather continue on. Hopefully, incrementally, we continue to make strides in getting some additional moisture in the grounds before we go full tilt on the spring fieldwork season across the area. So, then that, just a partly cloudy, delightful day's worth of weather. The winds will be down. They'll freshen a little bit this afternoon. 55 is pretty much on target for a March 26th. We'll bottom out tonight at 38 with increasing clouds. And mainly cloudy for the day tomorrow. A little bit of a warm front developing to the west and south of us. May generate a bit of rain in spots mid to late morning tomorrow. More likely tomorrow afternoon. And the high near is 60. Some shower activity early tomorrow night, then late night showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night. Lows in the upper 40s. That sets us up for a windy and warmer Friday. Partly sunny skies, a fleeting shower early at 77. More widespread showers, a couple of thunderstorms for Saturday and into Sunday. Some dry hours in between. 73 on Saturday. Will drop from 67 on Sunday. Do not foresee widespread severe weather. This is a different setup from the previous storms. 1 or 2 stronger storms, yeah, but widespread, no. 67 and dropping on Sunday. We're colder Monday next week in the 40s with a little rain early in the day, but then back to the 50s Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday. More rain in the forecast as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
ESPN 93.5. I am Stevie J. That is Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
This is Caitlin Eaton, Paralympian, 2-time medalist. Caitlin Eaton, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Congratulations. medal winner in 20 and 24. Come on, man. That's awesome. When did you start? When did you start working at wheelchair basketball? When did you know you were good?
I started playing in 2010 competitively. I made my first U.S. team in 2017. I'm not sure when I knew I was good the first time. Probably sometime in college when I was playing here at U of I. When I started, actually being invited to tryouts and things like that. But yeah, that first team that I made in 2017 really kind of sealed the deal for me.
Yeah, the kid from Houston coming to the University of Illinois. You knew what we were, right? You knew that for people in wheelchairs, we're the place. And then the sports and the running, the wheelchair racing and the basketball, it was here. Was there ever a doubt?
Yeah. I didn't know the history of the University of Illinois when I chose to come to school here, but being able to learn and play and get better here, kind of surrounded by that history was a really cool experience for me. Being from Houston, we don't learn a lot about what happens over here in the Midwest, but it was a really cool experience.
You work at Clark Lindsey now, and you're still debating whether you want to go in again in I guess it'd be 28. But can you describe the work it takes to be at the level you're at, Caitlin, to be at that top level? It must take an incredible amount of work.
Yeah, it's essentially a full-time job. We're training every day, whether we're in our basketball chairs training on court or doing strength training in the gym or cardio sessions to just shooting workouts. We are pretty busy with having to do some things, and so having a full-time job and balancing all of that training is pretty difficult. But it does take a lot of work, and we go to training camps about once a month, and those training camps last about 3 days, usually out in Colorado Springs. So it does take a lot of time away from home, a lot of time away from friends and family, and it's a real time commitment.
Well, you can palm a basketball. Remind me never to thumb wrestle you, okay? Good gosh. Listen, we have a big wheelchair basketball event that starts today.
Right. The 47th annual event. It goes through, it looks like the 29th. Tell us more details about what's happening at the State Farm Center.
Yeah, so it's the College Wheelchair Basketball National Championships. We host, U of I doesn't host every year, but it gets hosted every year between different college campuses. U of I is fortunate to be able to host it this year at the State Farm Center. It's going to feature 11 men's teams and 6 women's teams competing in a total of 21 games. All games are free, which is really exciting. We're trying to get as many people to come out and watch a sport that's done so much for me and is doing so much for the athletes currently competing. The first game for the U of I men is actually tonight at 6 p.m. They'll be playing Eastern Washington in a big, play-in game. And then the women's first game is 10 a.m. Friday. They'll be playing CUNY, which is a team out of New York.
Okay, and is this free to get in?
Yeah, it's free. Anybody can go and attend at the State Farm Center.
Well, I encourage people to do it. Is there a website, Diane? Do we have a website?
I did. It was just an online search away. DRES is the Disability Resources and Educational Services at the University of Illinois. So it's dres.illinois.edu.
Okay, you can find the schedule and go and support our athletes. Are you going? Are you going to have a chance to get over there, Caitlin?
Yeah, I'll be there tonight, so come on by.
And we'll see former teammates of yours, maybe?
Yes, we should see some floating around.
Yeah, I'd probably be wearing my medals, and that's probably not what people do. But I'd say, do you know what this is? Anybody see my medal? I've got 2.
Yeah, baby.
2 of these things.
I got the hard way.
You got more than one. It's nuts. It's one-time thing to make it, but to continue that level for another 4 years, I'm impressed. I really am.
Well, thank you.
You're a superstar for the Clark Lindsey people. It's a great facility. Appreciate what you do there, and appreciate your success and the fact that you were jumping on the radio with us to tell us about the big weekend. And we hope people attend, and hope you see a lot of your friends.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Good talking to Caitlin Eaton, Olympian, Paralympics in 2020 and 2024.
And for details, dres.illinois.edu.
All right, ESPN 93.5. It is 8:14. Sports headlines.
All right, our Illinois baseball team loses to Missouri in that bragging rights game, 11-9. So we're 12 and 10 on the season so far. Northern Iowa also took down our Illinois softball team 7-6 in extra innings. Next up for the baseball team will be Michigan State on Friday at 2:30 in East Lansing. I was reading a text from Dave Williams, who listens to the show, 359-2255, talking about Tevin Smith, the Danville native, playing for Cleveland State. Today at 4 is when Illinois State University will face Cleveland State.
That's awesome.
After the ISU Redbirds beat Incarnate Word yesterday, 78-73. We also talk about our friend Elise Knutson, who's a Philo native, went to Unity, who's playing for ISU, and the women's teams, which I believe will be in action tomorrow as they stay alive in the postseason. On to more national sports. St. Louis Blues over Montreal 6-1. We'll have the Blackhawks hosting New Jersey at 6:30 tonight. As far as the NBA goes, Indiana Pacers hosting the LA Lakers, and Milwaukee is in Denver. Russell Wilson, at the age of 36, 10-time Pro Bowler, looked like he's going to opt to play for the New York Giants.
Yeah. Are the Giants that bad? Is Russell Wilson any good anymore?
Right. Jameis Winston and Tommy DeVito, as we know, are in the lineup for the New York Giants.
So is Tommy DeVito the odd man out of Jameis Winston?
I think so.
Oh, boy.
I know.
He likes playing in Jersey, so he's a Jersey boy.
That's right.
We were rooting for Tommy DeVito, former Illinois quarterback.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Busey, recognized among America's best places and best banks for 2025. Forbes magazine, fourth consecutive year, the organization of Busey has been recognized on these very prestigious list. Ranked 88th overall. There's a lot of banks. That's a pretty daggone good ranking. 88th overall on America's best banks. Busey also honored to be recognized in Illinois as the best place to work. In Florida, among the best companies to work for. And in Indiana, best place to work. Busey Wealth Management also has been named in pensions and investments best places to work in money management. Busey Bank, they work for you. They have been named best banks to work for in the U.S. by American Banker as well. From exceeding the needs of their customers and colleagues to serving their communities, Busey Associates have shown unmatched dedication to their pillars for 157 years. Whatever your financial needs, business and beyond, Busey promises the resources to help you succeed. Shop into one of their many convenient locations. Call them at 800-67-BUSEY or visit Busey.com to learn more. Busey for over 155 years. Member FDIC. Well, tell me, Tim Onstadt, how is it going at Gail Frericks Trucking?
Oh, we're busy. We're going gangbusters. We've got a new driver going through orientation. That leaves us one spot left for somebody that wants to get in on the action and make some money, be home, get some quality time. It's a great opportunity.
And the type of person you like hiring?
Honesty, integrity, like everybody else is looking for. That guy that wants to have a family life, but be able to make some good money and do the right things.
Are you looking for experienced drivers? And if they have a military background and things like that, that's always an asset.
We do need some experience. Of course, we like getting the guys 15 years in that know what they're doing, maybe have been treated bad by other companies and need a place looking for a home. If somebody has the basics, maybe a year and a half, has a military background, I'll count that as some experience because they're used to following the process. Oh, you can always email me at timo@gftlog.com.
I need to speak with someone in charge, a manager. Who's the manager?
Yes, ma'am. This is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. How can we help out?
Picture this, Paul from Dick Van Dyke, if that's your real name.
I'm also not wearing khakis, but go ahead.
I get home from work and I need a cold drink with ice. And instead of feeling that cool, refreshing air, I get warm air and a whiff of rotten meat.
That's gross.
So here's what I need, Paul from Dick Van Dyke. I need a new refrigerator.
We have hundreds in stock.
Don't get fresh with me, mister.
Excuse me?
I need it delivered tomorrow.
We have next day delivery guaranteed Monday through Saturday.
I want it at this price.
We guarantee the best deal.
I want an extended protection plan.
I'll give you one for free.
Now, don't get smart with me, young man.
No joke. It's free, and I'm 49.
Well, wow.
That's what we say, but why did you ask for a manager?
How else would I get this deal?
You don't need the manager. We do this for everyone, every day at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. And just like Dad says, wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Well, we check your weather with our meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, and Kurt Lenschow, a wonderful office. Give him a call today and get your free quotes. 819.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Pretty decent day's worth of late March weather across the region with a partly cloudy sky. Highs here in East Central Illinois at about 55 with maybe a sprinkle of snowflake early on this morning, shifting south and east of the area. West-northwesterly breeze. Clouds will roll back in tonight down to 38. Next weather system developing warm front today tomorrow. Has some rain in the morning and again in the afternoon. More likely there, the high near 60 on light southeast to south winds. Rain early tomorrow night. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm after midnight, and a milder low tomorrow night down into the upper 40s, and a breezy, much warmer Friday, partly sunny, maybe a shower chance in the morning, the high about 77. Showers and a couple of thunderstorms Saturday, as well as early Sunday. 73 on Saturday, 67 and dropping on Sunday, then colder weather early next week, briefly Monday, touch of rain early up to 48, sunshine back in Tuesday at 53, into the 60s, and more rain back in the forecast mid next week as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
There's an encouraging sign about the economy, especially manufacturing. Durable goods orders rose 0.9% last month. Economists were predicting a decline. Durable goods orders are for expensive machinery, everything from airplanes to cars, and the report is a sign of how manufacturing is holding up. Excluding transportation, the reading is also positive, up 0.7%. Dollar Tree shares are up 5%. It is selling its struggling Family Dollar business to investment firms Brigade and McCallum for $1 billion. Chewy shares are up more than 4.5%. The pet products company reported an upbeat quarter. So did GameStop, and its shares are up more than 15%. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
It is time to take the quiz.
It's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
I'm having what she's having. It's a quote from a 1989 film starring Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Name the film.
E.T. When Harry Met Sally.
You got it. When Harry Met Sally.
Either way you did, you can always try again tomorrow. Take the quiz every day at thequiz.fox. Then come back here to see how you did.
Thank you for taking the quiz.
Well, Melissa needed to sell her home, reached out to the experts at Nate Evans Group for help to get the most money possible for her home. Melissa says that the Nate Evans Group was there for her from start to finish. We're professional, knowledgeable, and incredibly responsive.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty can get you that immediate cash offer on your home. There's flexible fees. Sell your home for the most money possible. In case you'd like to take a minute to explore your options, just go to nateevansgroup.com, click on that Get Home Value, and get the process starting. I mean, if you're interested in something coming along the way, maybe there's an opportunity in the market for you to check out the Coming Soon program that generates higher quality offers and works the deal with Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group since he has so much experience. Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans, 217-239-7113. Or do an online search to Nate Evans Group to start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Our friend Mike Turner, he's the money man, Carpet Weavers. How are you, my friend?
I am doing well. How are you guys doing?
Fine. Cardinals
good.
Cardinals open their season. You've been with me the
I
last
do.
few years. And I guess you're headed to Las Vegas. Did you hear about the guy at the NCAA tournament at Caesars, Arkansas? He put money on the Razorbacks. They're in the Sweet 16, couple of upsets. Do you know what he put on you know how much you bet on the Razorbacks to win the national championship, Mike?
I only do because you told me. I think you said 1,000, and then then what is the payoff?
500,000.
Wow.
Well, you know.
I don't think that's happening.
Right.
But
Right.
you can hope, right?
Absolutely.
I think he needs to donate part of that to an even bigger Stever, don't you?
Yes,
I think that's what should have
absolutely
happened.
do. The Stever program, my friends. This is why Mr. Turner's on the line. This is the last call. We've been talking about it intermittently all month, where this is the biggest award, $3,000 when you spend $5,000 at least at Carpet Weavers in Champaign. And we have some very good candidates, but this is the last call. If you think you can do a lot of with $3,000 head start, so a $6,000 job is 50% off, which is unheard of. You will not, my friends, find this.
Have you ever done one like this?
No.
Have you ever done one
Never,
like this?
never.
Right.
You will not find it in Fistful of Dollars. You will not find it in some coupon. This is unbelievable. So if you have a flooring project, maybe you want to furnish the whole house with furniture, whatever, you'll get a great jump at $3,000. And to simply be considered, you can just text in Carpet Weavers to 217-359-2255. That's the Fisher National Bank text line. And boom, you might win. What the heck?
People have been saying you're crazy for a long time. Does this confirm it?
Kind of.
Does this finally confirm
Yeah,
it?
no,
I
just
think it does.
because it's one of those awkward silent moments when you tell people, then they say, okay, he's up to something. There's
Right.
something.
What's the catch?
There's a catch. Well, the catch
There's
is
no catch.
there's a catch. You do have to go into Carpet Weavers the next week to start the process.
True.
I don't know if that's a catch, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We
It
want
is.
people coming in to start the process,
Come
right?
on, man. You're on it's on Market View Drive. Right there. It's Carpet Weavers, and they're just they're big time. So if you want to go in and pick out your beautiful flooring, get wonderful people to help you, you can do that. All right. So what is there's 16 teams left. What's the wager on what team? I can't bet on Illinois. I could in Vegas, but not here. So.
I have a hard time seeing, as much as it pains me, Duke getting beat. They just look very good, very solid. You're going to have to play amazingly well to beat them, and they're not going to play very well. The only way I see that changing.
Mike, if Stevie J has 3 of the top 10 picks in the NBA draft, couldn't I win 30? 25 maybe?
You could.
I mean,
I think you could.
Roll the ball out there and say, let's get them. And you have 3 of the best players in college basketball. It is easier, is it not, to have Cooper Flagg and then the other 2 guys that are also really, really good. I think 4 or 5 of them are on the draft board, all 5 positions in the 2 rounds. It's just ridiculous.
Yep. That certainly changes things. You're right. Are you? We didn't talk about it. Are you headed down tomorrow?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's still up in the air. We are wondering what Jacob Hurtubise, if he's going to get the tap or not.
Well, the game is tomorrow in Cincinnati. I'm going to opening day in Cincinnati. Diane's planning to go to Busch Stadium to do the broadcast, but I'm waiting to see.
Diane's got the broadcast.
She's got the broadcast.
I guess.
And it's pretty unusual to know somebody as much as we know my son-in-law to make a 26-man roster on opening day. That's a big deal. So
you're still waiting for that.
We're waiting. It's tomorrow's the game, man.
Right.
So I don't know.
And if Jacob goes to the Louisville Bats, which is fine, and he's all good with whatever happens, I'm doing what I love, then Stevie will take the drive
I'll run to
Busch.
St. Louis if we hear in time, but we're getting to crunch time with the ball game tomorrow. So I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm in the car tomorrow morning. In the car tomorrow morning.
We know you're in the car.
Don't know what direction we're going. Don't know.
Very good.
Mike, we
Very
appreciate it. Safe travels. We'll be talking to you. We'll look for a big time winner. But thank you for being on. We thank Carpet Weavers for supporting too.
Absolutely. This is going to be a fun one. We can't wait to pick a winner.
All right, my friend. Safe travels. Talk soon.
Take care.
That's Mike Turner, controller Ed Carpet Weavers.
Yeah,
that means money
Weavers.
guy. Adds up all the numbers.
That's really good.
All right, it's $3,000 off $5,000 buy.
They're
I know.
located at 616 West Market View Drive in Champaign.
Text Carpet Weavers if you want to be considered, and if you have to call your wife or husband, do that.
Yeah.
And say, are we okay doing that? Because we've been working on this thing, and they're going to give me $3,000 toward it.
Right. Imagine how that room's going to pop. Rooms.
If it didn't sound so bad, I'd just say I won. Me. But that sounds bad. I'm not doing it. 217-359-2255. Our winner's been announced as Diane Anderson.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they don't know that. This is Diane Ducey.
I like the ring to Diane Anderson.
All right, 217-359-2255. Text Carpet Weavers if you're interested in this offer. Good luck. It is 8:30.
It's time for spring cleaning, so why not turn your clutter into something amazing? At the Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County Restore, your donated furniture, appliances, and home goods help build homes, community, and hope right here in Champaign County. Dropping off is easy. Bring donations behind the Restore at 1914 Glen Park Drive during donation hours. Call 217-359-0507 or visit cuhabitat.org to schedule. Declutter your home and change lives. Donate to Restore today.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. As much as I did my research, he has a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola.
News. I'm Therese Crowley. The Atlantic releases more texts from the defense group chat as National Security Advisor Mike Waltz takes responsibility for a journalist being added to the encrypted signal chat on U.S. military strikes against Houthi rebels.
We're going to get to the bottom of it.
He tells Fox the Ingram angle he doesn't understand how the journalist's info replaced the contact info of the military official who is supposed to be on the signal group chat. The White House says the Atlantic concedes these were not war plans. The incident took over the annual Senate hearing on worldwide threats, which concerns Congresswoman Claudia Tenney.
They're going to seize on this again, and they're not going to talk about the real things that we're facing like China. They're going to talk about climate change.
President Trump orders the FBI to open the files on its Russia collusion investigation of candidate Trump, dubbed Crossfire Hurricane. America is listening to Fox News.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hi, this is Chris Vandeventer with Philo Exchange Bank. We've defined hometown banking for 14 decades. We have been a legacy of trust and dedication. We believe in the power of a community where every neighbor is a member of our family and not just another name. Unlike many other banks, our lending decisions are made within the walls of the bank. Quite simply, local banking means you get what you need quickly and efficiently.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fighting Illini fans, your Illinois football team is coming off a 10-win season as Citrus Bowl champs.
This fall, Illinois returns 18 starters from the Citrus Bowl victory, including star quarterback Luke Altmaier for a third straight season. Led by head coach Brett Bielema, the Fighting Illini are listed on nearly every major top 25 ranking for the 2025 season. Stay up to date on all things Fighting Illini football at fightingillini.com. We can't wait to see you back in Memorial Stadium this fall.
I'm John Phillips, running for City of Champaign Township Supervisor, and I need your vote today. Township plays a crucial role in the managing of the budget and allocating funds to support the well-being of all residents, especially the most vulnerable. The unhoused community in Champaign is a complex problem and requires a complex solution from a strong leader. Downtown Champaign is facing increasing challenges due to the unhoused crisis. Businesses are leaving, storefronts sit empty, and public safety concerns grow. The current approach isn't working. I will work to develop sustainable solutions that provide care and stability for the unhoused while ensuring downtown remains a vibrant place to live, work, and visit. I love Champaign, and I am committed to making changes for the better. Give me the opportunity to lead us in the right direction. Please vote for me, John Phillips, for City of Champaign Township Supervisor. Leadership you can see, presence you will feel. Visit voteforjohnphillips.com. Early voting is happening now.
Paid for by Friends of John Phillips.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Want
Here's a
unbeatable
look at
prices?
local news. City of Champaign marking a major milestone. The city turned 165 this week. It was chartered on March 25th, 1860. 165 years later, the city's still growing, thriving community, and a great place to live and work. That according to the City of Champaign Municipal Government Facebook page. Nearly 2 years after getting an abortion at 22 weeks, a woman suing Dr. Keith Reisinger Kindle and the Equity Clinic in Champaign, saying part of the fetus left inside her, causing lasting emotional distress. The woman listed as Jane Doe says Dr. Kindle reported that the final check showed her uterus was empty and confirmed to be complete. Red Cross has helped nearly 30 people in central Illinois after 6 different fires damaged or destroyed their homes last week after fires broke out in Champaign, Paxton, Danville, Peoria, Kilbourne. The Red Cross providing emergency assistance. This included food, toiletries, and health and mental health services. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller. Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
When you're looking for your next vehicle, be sure to stop at Sarah Champagne and listen to Merez.
Hi, I'm Merez Johnson Jr., power forward for the University of Illinois basketball team. The only place you should shop for your next vehicle is Sarah Champagne, home of Honda, BMW, Buick GMC, and Subaru. Why? Because they treat you like family every time. Take it from me, Merez Johnson Jr. Sarah Champagne will be the last dealership you will ever work with.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery has savings store-wide for the anniversary sale. Installation is half off Mohawk's waterproof luxury vinyl floors. The installation is free for Mohawk Carpet. And get up to $1,000 instant rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors. Instant rebates on all furniture. Plus, buy it all 2 years free financing. Don't miss the anniversary sale going on now at Carpet Weavers.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Pretty decent day's worth of late March weather across the region with a partly cloudy sky. Highs here in East Central Illinois at about 55 with maybe a sprinkle and snowflake early on this morning, shifting south and east of the area. West-northwesterly breeze. Clouds will roll back in tonight down to 38. Next weather system developing warm front today tomorrow. Has some rain in the morning and again in the afternoon. More likely there, the high near 60 on light southeast to south winds. Rain early tomorrow night. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm after midnight, and a milder low tomorrow night down into the upper 40s, and a breezy, much warmer Friday, partly sunny, maybe a shower chance in the morning, the high about 77. Showers and a couple of thunderstorms Saturday, as well as early Sunday. 73 on Saturday, 67 and dropping on Sunday, then colder weather early next week, briefly Monday, touch of rain early up to 48, sunshine back in Tuesday at 53, into the 60s, and more rain back in the forecast mid next week as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Instead of losing a little each month in fees, wouldn't it be nice to earn on your money? Invest in yourself with free rewards checking from Fisher National Bank. Switch to Fisher National, and they offer excellent annual percentage yields with no service fees or minimum balance. You simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit a month. It's as easy as that. Maximize on your money with a bank ready to invest in you. Learn more at FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
My name is Norman Davis, the Champaign Township Supervisor. There's an election April 1st. It'll be up to you who will guide the township through the next 4 years. Ask yourself, do I want someone with experience who will work for me, or someone who has no experience who wants you to vote only for the party? The current township officials have more than 80 years of combined experience. We've worked hard to keep your taxes low while providing high quality service. So vote for experience April 1st. Vote the person, not the party. Paid for by the Champaign County GOP.
All right. Good to have you listening. Final segment of the program. I'm Stevie J. We talked about a lot of things today. We will be live from St. Louis tomorrow, opening day baseball. All the Cardinal games are here on ESPN 93.5. And the Cubbies open in Arizona, the desert. The Diamondbacks are good. That's late tomorrow night. All their opening game ceremonies as they'll do out there in Phoenix. But the Cubbies trying to, you start with the Dodgers in Japan, then at Arizona. It's not friendly. Arizona's good.
I know.
Oh, well. Cubs tomorrow night, they live on US 105.9.
That's right. I had heard that April is going to be the hardest schedule. When you look at everybody's schedule, how they wrapped up the season, that the Cubs really have an intense start. And then May is easy peasy.
Yeah, but the year the Cardinals went 71 and 91, they had a brutal April. Because they played the Dodgers, and they played the Toronto Blue Jays. They played all these teams that just beat them.
Right.
So you can lose confidence, and people are screaming they're not coming to the game.
Right.
I'd rather start with the guys you can beat just to get a little confidence, and then it tables off a little bit. But anyway, baseball's a long season.
That's right.
162 games, all of them heard here.
At Christie Clinic, our commitment is for the care of our community. That commitment includes keeping care local, where our patients, their families, our clinics, and their hospital of choice are located. Our providers live and work here. It's their passion to care for their families and neighbors. Thank you for choosing Christie Clinic, your hometown provider. When you do, you support the health and well-being of your community.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
Not every remodel project is as easy as the couple on the Home Improvement Channel make it look. From old furniture to construction debris, a home remodel can quickly turn into a junk pile. 2 Men and a Junk Truck is here to make your home improvement dreams a reality. They offer hassle-free junk removal and dumpster rentals to clear the way for your next big project.
Perfect.
Use code REMODEL25 to save $25 on your next service. 2 Men and a Junk Truck, making your home improvement journey a breeze. Visit 2menandajuncktruck.com. Offer valid at 2 Men and a Junk Truck, Champaign, Illinois.
I am still in some pools, and my pool this year is pretty good, but I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Right.
I have zero interest in, I'm going to look who won, but I might be on if I got nothing to do.
We just feel deflated that our
It is
team,
very
Illinois,
deflating.
didn't make it farther.
And now everybody's on the watch list. Who's coming back?
I know.
Don't have it anymore, man.
I feel like we should have the transfer portal open after the tournament.
Oh, my gosh. These guys during the tournament leaving their teams? Well, you totally should do it after, right?
Right.
Just a little distracting.
I agree.
Kerry Booth announced, but he waited till after the game and announced there. Kerry Booth, we didn't think. Corey Booth? Kerry? I don't know. His dad played too, but I'm not sure. I get my names from his dad because I knew Calvin Booth was his dad. I think Kerry is him.
Okay.
Anyway, he's a good basketball player. Just didn't get you always worry that the guy that leaves is going to become some superstar.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard. If they didn't fit in right or they just wasn't a time at that spot, you had other guys a little better at the time. But Podzinski left Illinois and became a Golden State Warrior, 5th pick in the draft kind of guy.
Right.
But he went to a smaller school where he played all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He just wasn't in that situation to play all the time here. But then when he got a chance to just play all the time and shoot all the time, he did quite well. So you never know. Guys mature at different times, too. It's hard. Very difficult.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
I'm John Phillips, running for City of Champaign Township Supervisor, and I need your vote today. Township plays a crucial role in the managing of the budget and allocating funds to support the well-being of all residents, especially the most vulnerable. The unhoused community in Champaign is a complex problem and requires a complex solution from a strong leader. Downtown Champaign is facing increasing challenges due to the unhoused crisis. Businesses are leaving, storefronts sit empty, and public safety concerns grow. The current approach isn't working. I will work to develop sustainable solutions that provide care and stability for the unhoused while ensuring downtown remains a vibrant place to live, work, and visit. I love Champaign, and I am committed to making changes for the better. Give me the opportunity to lead us in the right direction. Please vote for me, John Phillips, for City of Champaign Township Supervisor. Leadership you can see, presence you will feel. Visit voteforjohnphillips.com. Early voting is happening now.
Paid for by Friends of John Phillips.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin
Yes, we had a visit from our new granddaughter, and it was just as awesome as you can imagine.
Everybody says the grandparenting chapter is the best.
Remarkable. And again, it's been a while since I've held a baby, but it is beyond description, the joy.
And little Josephine Gray is 3 months now.
Yeah, about 10 weeks, I think.
Okay.
But I'm trying to find it. How in the world haven't I? I'm trying to get a picture. I was going to show you, Diane.
Okay.
Janet reading to her.
Oh.
And it's just so precious because she's looking at the pages. She's 10 weeks, little bookworm.
That's right. I mean, that's Allison. Her mom was a kindergarten teacher for years and years.
Well, still technically is. She's
Okay.
taking her maternity, but I don't know what happened to my phone. Can't show you anything.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a joy. We're thankful, and it's been pretty amazing. All right, here it is. And notice the title of the book. The book is titled "You Are Special."
Aw, look at her. And now we're showing our viewers on X at StevieJAY-FM, in case you'd like to tap into our show at any time.
But yeah, the grandparenting so far just as good as advertised.
Love it.
Unbelievable.
It's time to plan your summer swimming season. Urbana Park District is selling pool memberships to Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center. Memberships are on sale through April. The pool opens Memorial Day weekend. Single, family, senior, and veteran rates available. Purchase memberships in person at Phillips Recreation Center, 505 West Stoughton, or at Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Call 217-367-1544 for details. Urbana Park District, you belong here.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Why use Lands Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Lands Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Lands is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Lands we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Lands Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Weather brought to you by Busey for over 155 years. Member FDIC. Here's Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Quiet day's worth of weather ahead. Departing weather system may still generate a sprinkle and snowflake to our east and south this morning early on. Otherwise, a partly cloudy sky. 55 on the high, west-northwesterly breeze on the light side. For tonight, increasing cloudiness down to 38. Winds will turn southwest. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy. A bit of rain in the morning, and again for the afternoon, the highs near 60 as winds turn south to southeast. Tomorrow night, not so cool, down to 48 with some rain early and a couple of showers and thunderstorms late in the day on Friday. Breezy, turning much warmer, partly sunny. Small chance for a shower early in the day, the high up to about 77. More widespread showers, a couple of thunderstorms here for Friday night into Saturday. Highs near 73 on Saturday, turning cooler on Sunday, 67 and dropping with morning showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Monday next week, cooler still at 48, a touch of rain early on, then clearing. We're back in the 50s on Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday with showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
It's halftime of the big sale. We have Dick Van Dyke, Appliance World Coach Paul Reekin here. Paul, what's the game plan?
It's just like I was telling my team. These prices are low, but they just aren't low enough.
Well, Paul, what do you do?
We have a top-of-the-line Electrolux laundry pair. I'm going with a free pedestal on the pair, free delivery and installation. And this hurts, but I'm going to throw in an additional $100 off.
No way.
That's over $600 off the whole pair.
Thanks, Paul.
Team, get to the locker room. We have to talk about what I just promised this radio guy.
And there you have it from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, where you always get up.
Wow.
It's March, and that means it's a perfect time to start betting with Circus Sports Illinois. Whether you're betting throughout the mayhem of college basketball or sticking to pro basketball and hockey, Circus Sports has it all. From betting futures to props on your favorite players, Circus Sports Illinois isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, tight money line splits, and exceptional customer service. Download the Circus Sports Illinois app or visit circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
My name is Norman Davis, the Champaign Township Supervisor. There's an election April 1st. It'll be up to you who will guide the township through the next 4 years. Ask yourself, do I want someone with experience who will work for me, or someone who has no experience who wants you to vote only for the party? The current township officials have more than 80 years of combined experience. We've worked hard to keep your taxes low while providing high-quality service. So vote for experience April 1st. Vote the person, not the party. Paid for by the Champaign County GOP.
Yeah, and do what Diane Ducey does, and she goes and checks your ballot and does a little homework, and you can do that. There's not going to be a ton of people voting on this, and they should. So if you can, where would they go? County clerk?
Yeah, Champaign County clerk.
Champaign County clerk, yeah.
You know, where's my ballot or something like that.
It'll
It's
come
easy.
up. Yeah. And then you can at least look at what your address.
They'll want your zip code.
What you're going to vote on.
So you know your zone of what issues you're voting for.
Yep.
And it could be that, you know, you're just voting for everybody and everybody wins. But in my election cycle, I have a couple of different places.
That are competitive. Yeah, I got you. They want you to vote.
That's right.
Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
Maybe talk to you tomorrow.
And go Cardinals tomorrow.
Yep, go Reds and Cardinals and Cubs.
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you.
Opening day tomorrow.
You bet. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening, and have yourself a great Wednesday.
I'm John Phillips, running for City of Champaign Township Supervisor, and I need your vote today. Township plays a crucial role in the managing of the budget and allocating funds to support the well-being of all residents, especially the most vulnerable. The unhoused community in Champaign is a complex problem and requires a complex solution from a strong leader. Downtown Champaign is facing increasing challenges due to the unhoused crisis. Businesses are leaving, storefronts sit empty, and public safety concerns grow. The current approach isn't working. I will work to develop sustainable solutions that provide care and stability for the unhoused while ensuring downtown remains a vibrant place to live, work, and visit. I love Champaign. I am committed to making changes for the better. Give me the opportunity to lead us in the right direction. Please vote for me, John Phillips, for City of Champaign Township Supervisor. Leadership you can see, present you will feel. Visit voteforjohnphillips.com. Early voting is happening now.
Paid for by Friends of John Phillips.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Well, tell me, Tim Onsett, lawn mowing season soon, Dixie Chopper, dedicated diesel. It's off Route 45 as you're heading toward Rantoul. You turn left on Triumph Drive till you can't drive anymore, and you'll be right there. And you got some Dixie Choppers I could buy.
Oh, yeah. Andy's got his hands full with Dixie Choppers, and stop by, see Andy, get a great deal on a mower.
Fastest mower you can buy, so you don't have to spend 2 hours out there. You might spend 45 minutes, and plus, Andy can tune it up or fix it.
Sure he can. Yeah, we got a full shop ready to go. Whatever you need.
When it comes to early on here in the spring, it can be, you know, weeds up to your mid-thigh or whatever. So sometimes you need a really tough kind of mower to get through all that in the brush.
Well, yeah, these are built solid. They'll get through that stuff, and all of the structural components have a great warranty. So if something does go wrong, we can definitely get it fixed. Get Andy at Dedicated Diesel, 217-328-0562, or Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Join Cunningham Children's Home on April 4th and 5th for the 21st Annual Festival of Quilts. It's a celebration you don't want to miss. Enjoy a stunning quilt show and sale, shop for home decor and gifts, enjoy home-baked treats from the bake sale, take a campus tour, and more. This tradition is more than just a festival. It's a chance to raise critical funds for the youth and families Cunningham serves each year. Don't miss the Festival of Quilts, April 4th and 5th. Visit cunningham.org to learn more.
At ABC, it's your chance to get that air conditioner and furnace you've needed. ABC Heating and Air Conditioning can now offer 12 months same as cash, 9.9% financing, or up to $2,000 cash back on residential Amana units. Whether you need a furnace and or air conditioner, you can take advantage of this deal through the end of March. ABC means always be comfortable. Let locally and family-owned ABC take care of you. Call Gina today at 217-352-5400 or visit abcheatingandac.com.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise. But Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Jet's Pizza is offering a special deal when you spend $25. Just use promo code 5ADD. That's the number 5ADD and specify Jet's bread or cinnamon sticks for